Welcome to Board Park Commissioners meeting for Thursday, January 5th. Please call the roll.
Mr. Capper?
Here.
Mr. Emmer?
Here.
Mrs. Westphal?
Here.
Okay, we have our minutes of our December 6th meeting. Are there any additions, corrections, or deletions to those minutes?
None.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve those minutes.
Motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, they stand approved. Reports. Mr. Drake, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Anything to add to your report, sir?
We'll just add that you probably noticed a big majority of the time taken up last month was in special event setup and tear down. You're probably wondering what in the world.
Yeah.
That is all. We lump all the work that we put into downtown Christmas decorations under special event. Our work order template is set up that way, so
Yeah.
that reflects the labor and just the time that was spent helping our electric department with all the downtown stuff.
It looked beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really
Beautiful.
nice job.
Yeah.
That would be all I have.
Any questions for our superintendent of parks?
Will this be our first full calendar year of having this system to categorize the work?
A little bit over that now. We're actually, I think we're probably 2 years in.
Like the full, okay.
Yeah.
Just curious on that.
Okay. Mr. Seiler, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Anything to add to your report, sir?
Just to hit on real quick the Troy Aquatic Park season passes. I highlighted that in item 5 there on the report. Those are well ahead of where we were a year ago, so we're pleasantly surprised and happy with where we are on those. So we'll see how that goes. People must be really excited about
That warm
coolness.
weather got you
Yeah.
excited.
or that really cold weather.
Yeah.
At last month's meeting, we had, I'm not sure if you were here. I don't think you were.
I was not here.
But we had asked we took a look at the revised Recreation Park Department's athletic field use policy.
Yep.
And
correct.
we looked at that and we saw that there was no charge for rental of the soccer frames. And we asked the Recreation Department to go ahead and take a look at that again and see whether or not they wanted to charge anything for that. It seemed like we charged for a portion, but not the use of the frames.
Yeah, we discussed that. It was more a matter of the fact that they were being moved out for the tournaments for that purpose, and the concern and what happened last year was they were not returned back to the location they were taken from. Actually, we just had some email discussion this afternoon from the tournament, and I think they're indicating that they're only going to use Archer and Duke, so I don't think there will be as much of an issue and a challenge with what we faced last year related to the frames not being returned to where they were supposed to have been returned to.
Okay. Good.
So I don't think that they'll be using many extra, if any extra frames above and beyond what would probably already be set up in the current park locations.
But the
majority of those were, I believe, brought out because they were adding extra fields around the junior high and the high school.
They were. And to clarify for your question, when I spoke with Allie, part of the reason we've never charged a rental is those frames were donated by the organization that, Troy Soccer Club, which folded. So they were the ones using them and ultimately are the ones that donated them to the city. So we didn't feel like we
The businessman's mindset, though, says they donated to me, they're mine, I'm going to let you use them, but it's with a rental agreement. But
yeah.
whatever. It's not a lot of money, but when I heard that they were being taken off of park property sites and used, it seems like there ought to be some compensation for that.
Yeah.
So.
But to Ken's point, I do think that it's going to be a much reduced, moving forward, it looks like that's not going to be the case like it had been in the past.
So it's a non-issue. All right, thank you. Mr. Seiler, anything else?
That's it.
Any questions of Mr. Seiler?
I just want to say I have already reserved a park online, or a shelter, and it was very easy, and I
Wonderful.
appreciated that.
Yeah, we
Easy
started those
process.
as we do usually the first business day of the new year, and that system we've been using it probably 8 or 9 years now, and I think people have finally kind of figured out that that's where they need to go, and it seems to work very well.
Right. It was really easy, and the response, it was done here on our list.
Permit.
Yes.
With an email back.
Yes, it was very easy.
Great to hear. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions of Mr. Seiler? I don't have any planning commission report, as I indicated. Kyler Brewer is not with us today because he had a schedule conflict. New business, election of officers for 2023. Anybody satisfied with what they were last year? Okay. I'll make a motion to go ahead and elect as officers as president, Mr. Cappers, as vice president, Mr. Emmerich, secretary, Mrs. Westfall. Is there a second to that?
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Adopted. Okay, we have before us a request by Mr. Boer to go ahead and reappoint two of the Gulf Shores board members who have volunteered their services, Mr. Doug Page and Mr. Lance England. Any discussion on that? Jordan, do you have anything to add?
No, I'll defer to Kyler on that one, and I know that's something I need to get more engaged with in 2023.
Do you want to make a motion to appoint them?
I'll make a motion to appoint Lance England and Doug Page to the Miami Shores Golf Advisory Board.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll send out a letter to them thanking them for their anticipated service. Okay, next we have a recommendation to council regarding creating a new park maintenance municipal arborist position, subject to other required processes. Mr. Drake, do you want to comment on that?
Sure, yeah, so the way this came about, I think I included a copy of the proposed job description for your review. For a long time now, we've struggled to have anyone dedicated, going way back even when I was city forester and, pretty well supposed to be dedicated to that position. Especially during the summer, I still spend a lot of hours on a mower with little time to really devote to doing tree work. That has continued to be the case, even as I'm still acting city forester. We've struggled to have time dedicated to it, especially when our park maintenance staff gear up in the spring and summertime to start mowing grass. We do not have anyone dedicated to tree work, and so that became very apparent last year with the good growing season that we had. We had a lot of low-hanging trees throughout the city. There was some communication that went back and forth, an email between the mayor and myself, and at that time she asked, what is the solution to this? And I jokingly said, more money and more people. Totally joking, but in reality, we really needed to look at what a long-term solution would be. And it just so happened through some upcoming retirements, the more I thought about it and looked at our current operation, by realigning some current job duties with another employee, we do have an opportunity now to dedicate a position to tree work. Now, this position, even though it's an arborist, will still have duties on the park maintenance side. That's clearly reflected in the job description. They'll still be on the weekend rotation, just like the rest of the department is, to help with park maintenance duties, opening restrooms and dumping trash and those kind of things, and have a hand in snow removal operations, just like we currently do with the rest of the park staff. So it's still a park maintenance job, but with the caveat of being able to have a qualified person on staff that can climb trees when necessary, do plant diagnostics and hazard mitigation and all these kind of things, operate the aerial truck and do those things, and have a qualified person that can be more dedicated to that rather than being on a mower. Once everybody else starts on grounds maintenance duties in the springtime, this person can still focus on taking care of trees and trimming trees and so forth.
Do you have someone in mind?
I'm sorry?
Do you have someone in mind?
No one in mind right now. It's going to be a process to go through, whether we have to test and look to the outside or however that might have to happen to find the person with the qualifications. But I do want to point out, by realigning some current job duties, we are able to stay cost neutral and still create this position.
That's great.
Okay.
Good. Okay, any questions to Mr. Drake?
No.
Okay. I need a motion recommending to City Council creating the new park maintenance municipal arborist position.
Motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, there's a motion second. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Abby, will you make sure that City Council understands that we make the recommendation? Thank you very much. Does the Commission have anything else that they want to discuss? Mr. Titterington, did you have anything today you wanted to bring forth? Mrs. Knight, anything? Okay. Take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We stand adjourned. Thank you for your attendance.